So the Gabby Petito story, the crime scene has been staged, is what the FBI agent said, and what that means is that Brian plotted the murder from day one. Meaning, this was no dispute fight. This is nothing. All he did, the fighting that you saw in that van, was to see how far the police would go to find him. Meaning, he caused that fight in that city, right there on that corner, to see if the police would call or somebody would do something. Meaning, that fight probably disturbed him because the police found him shortly afterwards. Meaning, in that neighborhood, in that area, people call the police on many reasons to stop to stop that. You know what I mean? So he got scared by the police and started acting out because now he knew the police would find her. Now, if you notice in all the YouTube videos, all the videos of them together, you notice how he's no responsive to her. He's not interested in her at all. Yeah, because at that same time, this is all he's doing is giving her the last moments of her life. Meaning he's just sitting there watching her having the last moments. You know he's a killer then. So what you're seeing is the actual making of a killer, a murder. He's making up everything along the way to buy time to find the person. That's all you're seeing. That's all the evidence they're covering is that he did this on purpose. He parked the van. He did this, and also remember when he was in that car with that woman? Yeah, he did it on purpose to leave his fingerprints to be seen in the area. So he's look out of breath. No. He might have just killed her. Now, based on what I've seen in the TV show, it's possibly fed her something and put her to sleep. Not sure if they were having any pills or anything, but something helped her go to sleep and sedate because they're saying she was strangled or this. Yeah, that was all because he just couldn't handle his life anymore. We don't know what it was. But if you see his art, he probably wanted to murder someone from day one. Now remember, he picked up Gabby from her home state. He drove up there, how he got over there, and used his way of flirting with her and made it seem like he's the good boyfriend. You mean that's how manipulative he was? He pretended to be a healthy, safe person, and as far as the image goes, but underneath he was very dark, and you can tell the family don't want to talk about it. It's like they know stuff about the boys are dangerous. And the interesting is when she was there in Florida, you notice how the family was trying to get her to go back home. Maybe the family knew that Brian was not nice, not safe to be around. Girl, you're too pretty for him. You don't get it. He's used to talk to another man in front of him, he'd lose his mind. Now, remember, she had also texted her ex-boyfriend about leaving Brian. That could have been the catalyst of it all. Breaking up with her, or her breaking up with him and leaving, and finding a plan away from here was probably that's just the what he could not handle and set off the motion to kill her because the idea of another man touching her and being with her he couldn't handle. So yeah, that's how dangerous this man was. It's a hard story to remember. Everything you're watching on the American Murder Gabby Petito is the exactly way he plotted and staged it. Meaning, if the investigators are trying to figure out how to charge him in death, look at your TV show again and watch it from a storytelling. You told us the story of Gabby. Now, you also told us exactly what the man did to Gabby. Play by play. He made phone calls to get her and zest her. He showed her all the vacation spots. And then he went to take her there. Next, you know, she's no longer missing. He also went to places where she can be seen on camera, and then other places she cannot. You know, he timed how long it takes the police to notice her, and stuff like that. Remember, I don't think he was planning on getting arrested in that car. I think that threw him off guard because you can see it. But look at the conversations he's having. He's already prepared to have any domestic abuse conversation. I mean, he's prepared this conversation before. So if he can persuade the police not to do anything, that means he's good at conversating. Meaning that he's one educated as person. But he took out his frustration on her because he couldn't handle her. Gabby was such a beautiful woman. The economy of who she was in her life must have made him jealous. Or something, whatever, we don't know. But we do know everything he did was staged, meaning that's why it's so. The family may not understand that in their minds that Brian got up one day, picked Gabby up, drove around the United States just to kill her at the end because he wanted to. And the way he kind of told us how he felt is by committing suicide rather than facing trial. Like, if we would have faced trial, we would have heard more stuff. Either lies or whatever, we would have heard something. But now we see he killed himself because He knew he did it. He did it. Point blank. He just got caught. So that's what's dangerous about people in this society is that they look like Brian and it can be or look it come in as Brian's persona, whatever that is that cons people into liking them, and then next thing you know, they end up harmed. A lot of people have those people in their lives where they look good on the outside and they seem happy and fun, but when you get them alone, it's like the true blood it falls apart and they become violent. You don't know what it is. But please be careful, guys. If you're on my blog, remember I'm a YouTube star, and people hate me and rob me because I'm from YouTube. Literally, they robbed all my stuff. I'm actually able to draw myself back, but again, they did it because, well, they didn't like how I lived my life. Now, it's possible that Brian hated the way she lived her life. Sharon's husband hated the way she lived her life. Some men or some people hate how others are happy. They're homophobic at somebody else being happy. So they take it out by keeping you hostage. In this case, we just see no drugs being administered, but other people they get the victim hooked on drugs and use that as a catalyst to say, oh no, the person's hooked on drugs. No, no, no. You start the drug use so you can have that conversation that it was their fault. Remember, people like him are able to manipulate the situation to make it like it's the other person's fault. Remember, please be careful out there, guys.